This is funny because in July of 2012, I sent out an email to a gentleman because I'd heard about this young fellow by the name of Matt Stutzman, also known as the Armless Archer. Reached out and said, you know what? Let me see if I can get with Matt. Give me about a week. 3 years go by. I'm checking my emails. I'm like, hey, it's been a week. Let's see if I can get Matt Stutzman on the show. And by goodness, patience, perseverance pay off. We have Matt Stutzman here on the show right now, the Armless Archer. How are you, Matt?
I am doing wonderful. Thanks for having me.
I want to kind of start from the beginning. You were born without arms. Let's state the obvious right here now on the show.
Yeah, so I was born back like 1982. I was born without arms. And the technology back then to find out why I was born without arms, all they could come up with was there was no medical reason for why I was born without any arms.
So it was just that simple. There was nothing to it, and this is what happened. So instantly from birth, without ever knowing, there was no adaptation. You just did what you do.
Yeah, actually, the doctor told my parents that it was going to cost like millions of dollars for them to adapt the world as we know it to me. So like have a special toothbrush made or prosthetic arms or that kind of sort. So because they didn't have millions of dollars, they actually put me up for adoption when I was 3 months old. And the new family that adopted me at 13 months old, the doctors told them the same thing. So because they didn't have millions of dollars, they did reach out to an insurance company who got me some prosthetic arms. Mm-hmm. They have like the hooks on the ends. And to be honest with you, I only remember wearing them twice. And the second time I wore them, I went to go give this girl a hug and misjudged the distance between myself and her and accidentally punched her in the face with them. And so I was like, these things are not for me. So at a very young age, I just knew my life was going to be a life of no arms, no prosthetics, or modifications.
Matt Stutzman is our guest here. He is also known as the Armless Archer. Matt, I watched your video. The equipment you use is pretty much standard compound bow stuff, but you've got like a hook that goes around your shoulder area. Tell us how that all got started with you in archery.
How I would shoot initially, my very first time, was I would actually grab the string with my teeth. Because I Googled how to teach an armless man how to shoot a bow.
Sure.
You can't find that on Google.
No.
I was kind of like, clueless here. I had no idea what to do, so I was grabbing the string with my mouth. After a couple shots like that, I knew that I love my teeth way more than archery. I had to come up with a way to shoot this bow. Well, when I was younger, I saw my dad had a wrist strap that would go like around his wrist that had a hook on it that he would pull like on a trigger. So I remember calling him up and say, Dad, do you have one of these things? What are they called? And initially, I would stick them on my right shoulder. I would just Velcro it onto my right shoulder, and then I would pretend my right shoulder was someone's hand, for example, and draw the bow back, and then I would trigger it with my jaw. I shot that way for probably 3 months or so. One day, I relaxed my shoulder too much and slipped off at full draw, and that was really scary.
Yeah, no kidding.
The strap that you see now actually became out of that. A buddy of mine said, why don't you just put on a strap that goes around your shoulders and under your armpits? So I did, and that's all it took to love archery and not, knowing I could shoot a bow without hurting myself.
So now you're hunting. You're not blind, you're hunting.
Actually, I love hunting a lot, and I've lost deer because of blinds, and so I actually prefer not to use them.
Nice.
I actually can climb a ladder stand, and I will hunt out of a tree stand. Most of my tree stands are about 20 feet in the air, and I'll hunt just like everyone else. I have long enough shoulders, what I call stubs, probably about 6 inches on each side, and it's good enough to grab onto the ladder, and I can reach each rung, and I just climb right up.
Well, Matt, I tell you what, it's been an absolute pleasure having you here on the show, and cannot thank you enough for joining us, man. Absolutely inspiring, and let's not wait 3 years to get you back on.
Hey, I'm all down with that. I do appreciate you having me on. This has been a blast.
Absolutely. I've enjoyed it. My best to you and your family. And hang on the line. I want to talk to you off air. But Matt Stutzman, check him out. The Armless Archer on Facebook right here on Wild, Michigan.